Back at LAX again, of course. Going to Canada, flying WestJet for the first time. We'll see if I can take my instrument on. Although it is the tinier one, the Islander tracks, just to make travel easier. Really looking forward to going to Stick Camp Canada. Thank you, Jim. And yes, let's get going. This will be fun. Of course, everybody's favorite duty-free and restaurants. Reward yourself with duty-free. Got J-Tap happening as well, Japan Tap Camp. So apparently I'm part of 2 camps this year, which is super cool. You get really good at actually waiting around when you travel a lot. 12 hours is a little too long. One time I had to wait 12 hours. Yeah, that's too much. Well, border protection went rather smooth. And it's a very entertaining airport with all the objects here actually. Now just hanging around waiting for Jim. I think I'm in the right spot. Just hanging around. Rogers on Rogers, something like that.
Oh, Richards on Richards.
Richards on Richards, is it it? Yeah. Rogers on Richards.
Which is locally we call Dicks on Dicks.
Oh, I cannot imagine why. Yes, please. Yeah, that's the reason why I wrote your order.
The most exciting part.
Yeah, wow.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Today is complete.
There you are.
Thank you.
Right.
Amazing. Yes, proper, yes, proof that I'm Japanese.
Well, when we signed up, when we came up here, we had to exchange our Texas driver's licenses for BC licenses, and they only asked you like 3 questions, and one of the questions is, what did the flashing green lights mean?
Good morning. This is day -1 of Stick Camp Canada. Jam session day, just hanging out, doing the computer work. Here, hello. Ohayou gozaimasu. What's up? What's up? Like that was definitely what the girl was thinking in that car earlier. I think you need the moose, you know? Is that a moose? Yeah. Oh man. I mean, if I was, like 5, I'd definitely go for that. So here we are, just waiting to get on the ferry. Just a bunch of cars, like a lot of cars. I mean, I guess these ferries are pretty big. I had no idea. Well, I guess we'll catch you You know, powered by natural gas. That way, I feel that way sometimes too.
You can get an action figure of the boat.
Oh yeah, totally. Ooh, this is kind of fun.
Oh hey, they have the It's pretty much the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
get
But,
that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
but,
Yeah,
Cooper
it
House.
goes in the closet.
Yeah. It's probably not gonna show itself.
So for me, when you take a ferry, it just feels like you're on vacation.
That's right.
When you take two ferries,
It's a little bit more. You're high at that point. So yeah, you see that artifact that was in Pirates of the Caribbean 3. So go to the left of that a little bit, and then you'll find it.
From where I grew up, I looked at that thing and I'm going, shock stick? or one of those telescoping batons?
Look at this place. This is called the Haven, where Stick Camp Canada officially happens. Shouts to Jim. This amazing location. Oddly enough, it reminds me of my J-Tap camp location. J-Tap camp location. Look at it, right by the water. Lots of humidity. Beautiful sun. Beautiful sky. Yay, it's amazing. Yeah, I like the lighting actually. And right out here, I might have to keep this curtain closed for most of the time, but there's a parking lot, all that. And back here, you got the forest right here. Yeah, it's pretty, and we got lots of cables down there. Interesting. Is it okay, Wilf, if you're in my blog and stuff?
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And as you know, Wilf has never touched this.
I know. So I was like, I need to document the first lesson.
Now let's take a look at the right hand. And I would say on your lowest melody string, at the inlay is at the 12th fret. At the 13th fret, as you can see, we all approach the thing a little bit differently. And Clayton did something during a lesson a couple of weeks ago. I don't think I even mentioned it, that I had never thought of before. And I thought, man, that's really cool. And just talking to Kai, when you were showing us your prototype web stuff, and I told you the first page I looked at had a chord voicing that I had never used before. And I think that's really cool. It's just infinite how far we can go with this. So my whole career is I learned how to play going to seminars, and I learned how to perform by busking. And Bob's a busker. Bob kind of was helpful in even thinking about that. But for anybody who's struggling or you're working on something and like, damn, I still can't play it, just keep doing it, because all of us make a ton of mistakes. And eventually you kind of smooth it out. You know, even if you're just working on one tune, it's rough, then it's not so bad. Then you think, oh, it just needs polish, and then it's pretty good. Stick playing is the same thing. It's just a lot slower and it takes a lot longer. But I really feel every moment spent playing the stick is time well spent. And if at the end of the week you've played 5 minutes a day, 5 days in the week, that's only a half an hour. But I think that makes a huge difference. I would want you to play longer than that, of course. But I would just say to end that, frequently is more important than a whole lot. If you play 2 hours in one day and set it down for a week, that's probably not as good as trying to play a little bit every day. And then lastly, Kai's first trip up here, I believe is this your first stick seminar? I think your European one.
Yeah, a lot of the seminars include also just, gestures, being like, So, I'm Kai. I started playing in about the year 2000. Thank you. What? Jim says playing a stick is probably like the least interesting thing people about participants, but for me, I think playing the instrument is pretty much the most interesting thing about me. Like you probably, if you know how I play, what I play, then you probably know most about me. I still practice to this day anywhere between 4 to 8 hours. That's just like what I do. I am very interested in developing how you play. So the more input I get from you, the more you show me, the more I can get back to you.
Oh, I mean,
steal, yeah. Sometimes that happens. Like there'll be things that I never, like Jim was saying, like there'll be things where I didn't think about that. My main instrument, which is not here today, is a 15-string MTD. In 2019, I think it was, like at Stick Night, I was able to actually play that for Emmett, and he was really digging it. He was really enjoying like all the plucking and like small nuances I did. So that was like one of the coolest experiences for me. I was looking for something smaller for easier traveling, of course, at the time. And I wanted something, because my main instrument at the time was a full hollow, big butt, badonka-donk, like, it had arched top, arched back. I think it's a butchered violin with a wood put in between, just like glued back together. And I did make it, customize it to me once I got it. I changed the pickups, I like passive, and I made it fretless on the bass, and then I switched, the bass was over here, treble was over here, so I switched that up. It has just mono outs and a GK, so this one has 3 outputs.
Well, you're the first Japanese guy I've heard say "badunkadonk."
It might be the last one too.
Kai, you are number 5.
5, got it.
Cooper, you are number 6. I think that's me. Jim, you are. Turn that up for a second. Yep, that's me. You are number 7. Okay, are we good? Yes. So. Okay, let's turn everybody on and get your hand on that master volume fader. Okay, at the end of this one, keep going. At the end of this one, drop your right hand, and we'll just do left hand again.
You can hear the changes. So that's a great way to practice your soloing, is to get your left hand to count and then play, and then get your right hand to count and then play. That's the beginning of starting to get into independence as well.
Can you go to the next level where your mouse doesn't move when you play that bass line?
I can't do that.
So that's another way that you can explore that strumming sound. might as well actually speak in Japanese. That never happened in this place before. 皆さんこんばんは。僕の名前はカイクロサワです。今日は本当に聞いてくれてありがとうございます。